and welcome to the channel. Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome. Shut your face. Right, it's pretty windy. Look at that tree. I was just thinking, we're going to get any firewood. We're going to get some firewood today. Are we? Yeah, it's very windy. Powering through the wind. Everyday scenes. Right, so yes, let's get on with this. Are we going to get some art done this week? Yes, we are. We're going to be in the studio. When? I doubt the coppers will be out in this wind with a foxy little speed gun. Yeah, it's difficult finding time to do things, isn't it, really, sometimes? Finding time to do everything. I think of some of the videos I've done and there's certain videos, like this one I'm doing now, or some videos you do, and they just sort of, they disappear into forever land. Unwatched and unnoticed, but there's some that I do that are noticed, and there's like kind of like feedback comes back. The thing doing videos is doing it the way I do it, so I'm like flooding the market with just total nonsense. That's my technique. So it's like, just talk. I'm just talking, I'm not talking shit. And even now, I'm really tired just now. And it's like, well, what are you going to talk about? Well, I don't know. And something weird could happen, or something bizarre. Like, but it's unlikely, but something that's going on in my mind or something might just appear, innit? And it's all going to come out. But I'm sort of liking the ones that involve when I'm doing something like building a wheelie bin store, and then well, I don't know if they even are. I don't think they're particularly that popular, but and then maybe I'm talking about some event or something. And I suppose a lot of what we are talking about is other videos, because that's what we do. We watch videos, don't we? But I mean, when we were young, we used to watch the television, didn't we? But now videos, isn't it? So yeah. No, so I've had a very disappointing weekend. It's par for the course at this time of year. God, fucking struggling to get up here. Par for the course at this time of year. That's what you'd expect. what I was getting told about is a whipping boy. What's a whipping boy? Like all these phrases, you think you know what it is, but what a whipping boy, or we know it's like knowing what it is but knowing where it comes from. It's somebody who takes the blame for stuff. So the fact that if you've got a whipping boy in your family, somebody who takes the blame for everything, then there's something wrong with your family. There's also something wrong so by God, Cowie's busy, isn't it? It's rush hour, it's rush hour in Cowie. It's annoying, that fan, because it's only got it's got the top speed. It doesn't. Hey, God, I'm going to manage to get through this roundabout. It's going to be chaos. It's better just to go right over it, isn't it? Oh, aye. Everything falls over. So that's who I am in my family. Is I am the whipping boy. So I know it doesn't. I'm not trying to say something like perverse sort of sadomasochistic crap. It's a real term, and it was. I think it was used historically for somebody who, if say like a prince or something. So the prince they couldn't harm the prince. So the prince would suffer because the whipping boy would get, when the prince did something stupid, like, and then the whipping boy would get a beating, right? And then. So then that's how they would suffer, because somebody they know suffers. Weird, isn't it? Yeah. so in my family, there has to be I think the further away I've got from them, as in I don't communicate with them, I've realised the extent of the abuse. So we wouldn't have. Well, what I mean is, I wouldn't have actually said, "Oh, we come from an abusive family," you know, or we're abuse victims, because I've always thought, well, what is the definition of that? And then you get people telling you, well, it doesn't have to be physical; it could be psychological. So our family was abusive, and we were abuse victims, and the reason I'm sitting here this drive-in here saying this is because I have the freedom of mind to step back, and because I've separated myself from Green Yards roundabout, from them, in order to, because I'm out with that cemented comorbid dysfunction. So I don't answer to them. You know, like, I'm not going to meet any of them tomorrow. I'm not going to meet any of them at Christmas. We're not going to, you know, we don't exchange anything. And it's because of that abuse, that the abuse that we all suffered. That's me, my brother and my sister. Probably for the most part at the hands of my mother, because I don't believe my dad was abusive, but my mother was. But so he just sort of tried to cope with it. But and then you get like my brother would be, if he would say things like, it's not mansplaining, but he would justify it. One of his favourites is that his wife's family were worse. You know, not to him, but to her, to his wife. His family, so her family's more abusive than ours. So that's all right then, eh? That's fine then, isn't it? Oh, aye. It's actually quite annoying, that, actually. But it's like his way of saying, no, I don't know what you're going on about. How his character, how he's developed into the person that he is he doesn't really stand for anything. So, but I mean, a lot of people are like that, and it's because he didn't actually become a man as such. A bit like you know who he's a wee bit like? He's a wee bit like Keir Starmer. So Keir Starmer will float around. You know, he doesn't really have strong. Well, he's a politician, but they don't really have strong. I don't know. They might have been, say, like 20 or 30 years ago. Now I'm going to go into this. I seen Maggie Thatcher in a video yesterday. I'm going to have a video about that. But regardless of whether you liked her or not, so like Keir Starmer doesn't. A lot of politicians now don't seem to have any standing. They just float around, whichever keeps them in power, or whichever. So he's like that. Doesn't have any real moral fibre. Chucks you under a bus at the drop of a hat. He's done that with me. And a lot of people do that. That's what it's like. So that's how I don't really have any. Anything much to do with any of them. So we just sort of fizzled out after the funerals. We sort of went our separate ways. What I did, and they're still in that dysfunctional unit, which I'm not part of. So so I've got quite a fair. You could say that I've got quite a bit of freedom, but we're all sort of hobbled in some way. Hobbled as in restricted, and it's. I don't know if there's any psychologists that would listen to this. I doubt if they would, but if they were, it'd be brilliant. It was like the guy who came along and says that I just did a video for ADHD because of the way I was. So the things that I was doing was ADHD in a nutshell, So where did we? So, but I think I was on to something fairly interesting there. So I'm the whipping boy, and I'm there to take. So another reason I don't communicate with my dad's sister, who's, as far as I know, still alive, is because she was very abusive. So anything, say, like, if she found out, say I was having a problem with somebody, she would take their side, 100%. So that's what they're like. They're just not nice people, horrible people. So you know what you do if you've come up against horrible people? Get away from them. Don't keep punishing yourself, So that's what I do. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. We'll get you on the next video. Bye. Lovely view down here. Oh aye. It is nice down here, yeah. You get a good view here. Oh aye. Bye! On the way home. Oh.